into the model minority myth since they entered this country. You never see Asians protesting. You never see Asians as a group sticking up for other groups, sticking up for themselves, even though they benefit from the fight that black people and other groups do. They are the most white aligning minorities. And they want to just be like absent from society. They're almost like they exist in America to follow the rules, to not ruffle any feathers, and just to support whatever America does. And that is like white is right. That's the way forward. Now, that's not all Asians, right? That's not everybody in that community, but that's typically why they're not looking to Asians to have a fight. When have you ever seen Asians fighting? I really want you to think long and hard about that. As black people, when have you seen Asians at the forefront of any fight? The only time I can think in history that I can think of that is when the riots happened in LA and the Asians were fighting back against being attacked. Other than that, so yeah, that's why they'd be looking at black people and not Asians, because black people fight for everything. There's so much to unpack there historically with the way Asians arrived to this country versus the way that we exist in this country. No minority in this country exists how we do, because we've been here since before America was a country. So black people have been fighting since we came to this country 400 years ago. So the mentality of how they exist here versus how we exist here is just completely night and day. And I think that for them, assimilating as much as they can and being as quiet as they can is just also culturally for them. They're Asians are not really loud, boisterous people on top of it. I'm not making excuses for them, but that's just to answer your question. I don't think anyone would ever look to Asians to spearhead a fight. But black people, they know we have been putting our lives on the line for a half a millennia because that's our existence.
That was a response or a kind of a critique or whatever about my video, one of my most popular videos. I want to say this, right? I will never, never downplay the contribution that the black community has done to pretty much establish the rights of minorities in this country. I would never. They've done an amazing job, in my opinion. But here's the thing where it's going to be controversial. This is going to be controversial, and I'll probably get a lot of hate for this one, too. This is the thing where whatever all his critiques about Asian people and stuff like that, okay. But let's take a step back. Let's take a step back and look at how the communities are doing, right? Constantly fighting. Constantly everything is about race, right? Constantly saying, oh, white is right, all that shit. Constantly fighting. Out of all the communities in the U.S., guess who's doing the best? Asian communities. They're doing better than even white communities. So maybe, instead of, insulting Asian people or downplaying Asian people or, saying that, oh, Asian people don't spearhead any fights and stuff like that. How about stop fighting? And make the system work for you? Who cares? Why do we always have to play victimhood? Always have to fight each other? Why? Why must you always have to fight each other?